Good evening, and we are back on the air. Apologies for the delay. We had a small break due to a technical glitch within YouTube, not within YouTube, sorry, within the game, which saw our leading two cars disqualified from the race, which is, of course, a disaster. But fear not, we have red flagged the session, resumed it to the previous full sector that was completed, and re-gridded the field. And we are just waiting for the drivers to re-put themselves on the grid with their new setups back on the cars, and we will have a 14-lap dash to the finish. All drivers will have to complete one more pit stop as per the 25% rules, and of course a few drivers will feel hard done by that, but ultimately red flags are red flags. I'm joined as before by Matty the Gexter, the Gecko of MRC, and of course this is something you love to see. Now, Gecko, we saw plenty of action and chaos in that first rendition of the race, and you know, we're going to see a bit more chaos as the remainder of the race unfolds. Unfortunately, Single Truck and Connor H are not participating within this second half of the proceedings. That's due to DNFing, but
there are the lights.
The remaining 18 cars are racing again at the Miami Autodrome, and so quickly off the line from Ziad and Jackster on the front row, and it looks like Jackster's going to go the inside turn one. Will he be able to break with a break? Ziad's been very brave, and Sociopath's going back at Jackster now. Ziad hangs on the P1. Jackster P2, Sociopath third, Law P4, fifth is Fox River Stu P6. Fanning, who was leading the race before the glitch, he'll feel most hard done by out of all this. He is now in P7. There we go, the telemetry wasn't working, but now we are back. Right. Night Shadow P8, he was P2 with a red flag. P2, P3 with a red flag was called. He'll be upset by this too, but nevertheless, there is a good chance for points for every driver on track. And we got side by side with Douglas Hornet and Alex and Jarek. Just ahead of them is Rumax, and just behind them is Gatian. 4 drafts potentially into the braking zone here. Here we go. 4 cars almost line astern. And Rumax holds on to the position. Alex still side by side with Gatian. Just hangs on and takes position. And now Gatian followed by Douglas Hornet is the order. The two Aston Martins are... Oh no, Carlisa. Oh, bit of bumper cars between the McLaren and 2 Aston Martins. Hopefully no drama there. And we've got a Williams round. Waz is in the wall. He's hit his rear wing for good measure. That's not good. Bit, as you mentioned, spun. Hopefully he can recover. He had a good opening phase of the race. It just seemed to go away from him. But Jackster in P2 holding on from Sociopath, who looks to really...
Sociopath's got a better run out of this corner.
Yeah, we saw his pace in that first part of the race. And look at him go round the outside.
Flying.
His straight line speed is something to really fear if you are anybody in this tier right now. Because look at him.
Getting past Stu as well. Stu trying to get the switch back, but no.
Yep, firing up to P6.
Nice, now then, a hunt for that number 1 spot again.
He is, and if Fanning can get back up past Fox and Lorpy, I don't think Jackster will fight him too much, being teammates. He's not out of contention yet. Interestingly, nobody on the hard tyres, everyone on the medium and softs, and that's not to be surprised by. Really, you're going to see people do as long as they can on the softs before going onto the mediums, or getting on the mediums off them quickly. And, yeah.
Yeah, well, now the thing is, people have to pit again.
Well, they are going to, yeah. So, and Fanning was Stube fighting back at him down the straight there. This is not what Fanning needs. He wants fresh, clean rubber and track to go chase the guys ahead. Speaking of whom, his team at Jax is now just behind Sociopath, as we said before, still trying to fight him. And Ziad right now is loving these guys behind fighting because it's letting him just breathe easily. Let's get rid of this telemetry. We don't need to see everyone's DRS, ERS and fuel datas. Now then. Position change from that initial start. There's a few movers and shakers, but ultimately we're just going to focus on the raw facts. Ziad, 31.1, fastest lap of the new session. Just behind them, obviously these two protagonists fighting hard. Alex Jarek showing his pace very early doors. Fox River looking quite juicy at the back of Lorpy and Jackster. Fanning now pulling away from the field behind. Alex Jarek is not going away either.
Seconds.
He's retired in the pits. I think he broke his rear wing when he hit the wall last lap. Shame.
Yeah, that happened to me on Friday as well.
Big shame.
It's hurting.
Now then, Alex Jarek, P7 just looks like he's got Stube with DRS going to attack him here. Alex is out of ERS. Stube with the DRS just behind him. Much better straight line speed. Will he make a move? Alex goes defensive on the inside. Stube breaks so much later and goes so much faster, but doesn't keep it on track. Alex just keeps on track, but Stube's just held on. Oh, bit of contact behind. Oh, Ferrari wheelback with Alex, and Alex has just dropped behind Night Shadow, who seemed to barge his way a little bit past Alex there, but I'm sure we'll see that in stewarding. Not going to comment any further on that. Gassian now looking at the back of Stube, and all of the time here, Fanning, look at the gap he's now pulled to the gap ahead.
Back of Jackson.
Oh, Fox River. Fox River so nearly on a move there on Lorpy.
Very, very good fight for P3 at the moment.
Indeed. Lorpy
is coming closer as well.
Yep, Lorpy has got a huge run on Jackster here into turn 1. The Dutch duo fighting hard for P3. And Lorpy looks to have got it done. He has. Fox River now going to go around the outside of Jackster, and he's got great drive through turn 3. What a move!
That was an amazing move.
That was great confidence. That shows that he's got a setup he's happy with, and he can put his foot down early. Fanning is now closing in on this gap. Jackson's just lost 2 positions in 2 corners, and will be really angry with himself. No.
Well, man, I was fighting for P1 nearly always. Or P2 and P3.
Exactly. Now then, back to Sociopath and Ziad. Is Sociopath going for the lead? Round the outside. Ziad is out of ERS. He's on the inside. Does he hold on? And both drivers leave a lot of room. Very well done. Bit of barging there as Sociopath wanted to force his way through, and he does. Ziad will hang on tight and go from the next ERS zone. Sociopath looks to have the better straight line speed. That looks crucial at this point in the race. Let's stay with them. Ziad had a good exit under the bridge there. Sociopath is not running away. And here we go, Ziad's turn to have the DRS in the slipstream. Will he make a move into the final braking zone? It'll be late if he does. He doesn't on this occasion. Look how close he is to the rear wing of the Haas in his Alfa Romeo. Now then, let's strip back to Fox River, who's obviously, as we said, ahead of Jackster, chasing down after Lorpy. Jackster's not letting him go, though. And then there's Fanning, who's desperately trying to catch up with this pack. Stube and Gassian having a nice fight, and Alex Jarek looking for a bit of a comeback after that little battle last lap. Night Shadow P10 at the moment. He'll be a bit annoyed by that too. Morrison leads the Aston Martin duo in 12th and 13th. Who are you looking at the moment, Mr. Gexter?
Well, I am still looking at the Fox and the Jackster battle. That is Fox and Lorpy as well. But we're still close by. Jackson is getting closer and closer to Fox, nearly by like half a tenth every corner. So that's a close battle. Same with Alex Janowicz. Thomas Hornet and Night Shadow are closing in on Alex with the fight for Stu for P8 as well. So that's a lovely, nice battle to see. Genie and Monster are joining in as well. Stu and Alex now side by side in the corner. Alex takes it.
Happy
now
days
there
for
are a
Alex.
lot of people behind Stu and Alex. See, we got Gav, Chris, Dumbus Horner, Monster, Gene, Arrow Voice, Fire Jane jumping in the mix as well.
We're just on board with Gav, and Gav's straight line speed doesn't look as good as we used to. You know what Gav's straight line speed is normally like.
Oh yeah.
But it doesn't look that good.
Or 0-0.
Doesn't look that good.
Oh, he's got a twitchy moment out of that corner as well. Oh, Fanning in the pits. Already.
He's pitting early. He's getting the soft tyre on early, and you see a few people do this. The medium tyre, now you can get it off, get the soft on, you'll have much more performance. So I think that could have been a brilliant stroke of genius from Fanning. He's going to come out.
Say the same thing with Sociopath and Zimmer. Zimmer is not backing off at all. You suspect Sociopath will be driving away at this point.
Indeed. Fanning now is in free air. The only man ahead of him is Bit, and I don't think Bit's going to be able to put up too much of a fight against someone on brand new softs with DRS. So Fanning will find a few seconds over the next couple of laps. The others will have to pit this lap to have any chance of holding position. Fanning, bear in mind, was only a couple of seconds off of that fight for third. So every lap that goes past the top 5 don't pit, Fanning will gain positions. And we've got a moment. Monster and Stu have lost positions just ahead. Let's jump back to the start of the pack. Zimmer. Zimmer. ZMR. Yes, thanks for that, Gexter.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Thanks for that. Fantastic.
Question, will
Zimmer?
they pit?
Yes. Yes is the answer.
Sociopath is not pitting. Zimmer is pitting. Lorpy is not. Fox is pitting. Jackster as well. Gatian, what will he do? He will pit also.
This suits Fanning. Alex Jarrett's in. Demis Horner is in.
Stube no.
No, so if you're on the mediums, you want to pit right now. If you're on the softs, you want to try and go a couple more laps if you can. This suits Fanning just right. He's going to jump a good number of positions from this, and I think we could even see Fanning potentially. There's Ziedemar, and Fanning is laughing right now as he's just ahead of Jackster after all this. So he's jumped his teammate in that motion, and he's right on the back of Fox River as well. So
he is technically now P2?
He's net P4, but he's right behind what is P3 in effect. And he should, having got his tyres with its temperature and got DRS, he should give something to worry about for Fox. No, because Ziedemar is ahead of him, and Sociopath is ahead of him. Sociopath and Ziedemar were the first two. Then it was.
Yeah, but Sociopath still needs to pit.
Yes, but he'll be ahead of him. He was far enough ahead.
Oh, fine.
Fanning is at the inside of Fire Rooster. Sorry, Fox River even.
And Fire Rooster is a little bit up more.
Yes, he's a bit further ahead. Apologies. Just ahead of him, Ziedemar will be laughing to have this free air right now. Genie on the back of his teammate, who's on the back of Stube. This could get a bit dicey, and just ahead of them is Night Shadow, who does not look to have quite the pace he had earlier. Sociopath is in the pits from the lead, as is Lorpy from P2. Well. Stube at the inside of Gav. Just keeps it clean.
And the Aston Martin boys
Stube on the beach drift! Oh, wow. And Stube makes a late call to pit, and that sees him and Monster nearly collide. So, Sociopath in the pit, as is Lorpy. Night Shadow takes the lead.
P1, Genie P1.
Yes, as I was saying, Gav in the lead. Genie P2. Sociopath comes out into P3, just ahead of Ziedemar. Just ahead.
Very good. Oof.
But Ziedemar now has the better tyre, the soft tyre. So this could be interesting. Not far behind them is this train for what will become P3. Fanning just behind Fox.
Are more warm now.
Jackster looks a bit dicey right now. He looks more hungry than Fanning. Sociopath will need to hang on to dear life to hang on for position from Ziedemar. Now then, P1 Gav, P2 Genie, they both need to pit. How long are they going to go?
That is the question.
I personally think they will pit this lap, but you know what Gav's like, he likes to do the alternative strategy and go as long as he can. That would allow other players into the race if he does do that. We've got a Ferrari sandwich. We've got a Ferrari sandwich for those who are still in the race. Ferrari are first and last. Fox, as you said there, penalty for the Fox River. That suits Fanning and Jackster just nicely. Gav is out of ERS. Is Genie going to have a line at him? Nope. Sociopath going to have a line at Genie. He is at the inside, but doesn't go for it. And Ziedemar just sneaking up the outside even.
He's waiting.
Ooh. And that turn there from Genie blocking Sociopath has really backed these two up. There we go. Is the Haas going up the inside of Sociopath onto Genie? He's trying it, and he's just got so much more grip. Look how much confidence he had 3 times, 1, 2, and 3. And Zayed will now have a look at the inside of 4.
Ooh, that's very tight.
Yeah, and he's going to surely have this one done. Swoops around the outside. Look at, easy done. Genie's tyres are just dead now. And we got 3 aside! 3 aside through the long left-hander. Sociopath and Zied are still side by side. Sorry, Sociopath are still side by side as we come on to the next DRS straight. Gav is going to be vulnerable here. He is going to really... bit of movement from Gav there.
Zied goes to the other side. This is a battle.
Indeed. And they're both going to surely get the job done on Gav, and they have.
Well, Gav's still fighting.
He has, but look, Ziad's got that much grip on the new tyre that he can hang it around the outside. and does take the move into the chicane. Gav has to back out of that one.
Some bing, bing, bing.
Yeah, Gav had to back out of that one, in my opinion.
Did he hit the wall there?
Oh, Gav and Genie with a bit of contact. And now, here comes Fox River, who's going to take them both. Look at him go. Fanning and Jax have dropped off of him. And the real repercussion of them not keeping up with Fox is now the bingo man for the podium. If he can pull 3 seconds on the Red Bulls, he's not out of a chance for a podium just yet. Genie and Gav are pitting. They're having enough of that tyre. Now then, Fanning's up to P4. He needs to get back on the front of these guys, back on the rear of these guys even.
You would say Zimmer will be catching up to Sociopath again, but in my opinion, he's not driving as quick as you think.
He's not. It looks like Sociopath looks happier on this medium than he did before.
You say the same about Fox, he's catching up to Ziad as well now.
Indeed, Morn still with the fastest lap, 31.0. Good lap from Andrew of the Morn. P14 at the moment, so the fast lap won't gain him another point, but it takes it from somebody else. Now then, Fox River didn't quite get DRS on the cars ahead, nor does Zimmer. Zimmer Frame, is your new name. The Red Bull Duo, P4 and P5. These two are not quite keeping up with the guys ahead, but they're nevertheless in a good position for some good points as a duo.
I think if Jax and Fanning would swap, I think Jax would actually try to catch Fox here.
Possibly.
Jax looks more fightier than ever now instead of Fanning.
It's actually a Red Bull. It's a Red Bull 4, 5, 6, 7 with the Red Bull Duo 4th and 5th, the AlphaTauri Duo 6th and 7th. So for those who are fans of the Austrian energy drink, happy days for you guys. Let's see if we get some teamwork for them. Like you said, it'd be interesting to see if Jaxter goes past Fanning here. Fanning goes to the moves to the inside. It looks like he's letting Jaxter through. And there's the teamwork in action. Fanning tucks in behind them. Yep, well called. Now then, Fox River. That 3 second penalty that Fox has got, as you mentioned there, the Red Bull Duo need to eat into that gap if they want to sneak a podium from him today.
If they want to, yes. I know Jaxter's got pace, I know that. He's got to pace this whole second part of this race.
Indeed.
So maybe, just maybe, he can catch up.
We have got 4 laps to go of this race, so still plenty of time for chaos and action. 17 drivers remain in the race. Gav and Genie, Night Shadow and Genie having pitted now 13th and 14th. They have somewhat dropped down the order. Oh, big moment for Fanning there on the exit of the long corner. And Lorpy and Gassian, are they going to play the team game and work together, or are they going to attack each other? Ooh, Gassian round the outside. And tell you what, Fanning is really struggling for grip suddenly. It does not look good for him right now.
Tell you who's struggling for grip is Sia. Still not in the DRS zone of the man he's trying to be.
Indeed. In fact, right now, Sociopath, as you said there, he does look confident for the win. So ZMR looks good for P2, and Fox, because of the gap he's got to the Red Bulls, it looks like he's going to hang on for the podium in P3. Car number 3, P3. Jaxter, with his defending teammate behind him, fighting hard against Gassian. And Gassian has got a time penalty as well, so it looks good for the Red Bull Duo to get 4th and 5th. We've got 3 more laps to go. Gav, by the way, Night Shadow, has gained a huge amount of time on Stoop. Oh, a bit of contact between Fanning and Gassian. It looks like, I was just trying to say, oh, Gav, I've just jinxed him. I do apologise, Gav. The curse of the commentator is Gav has just dropped down to P16. He was on the back.
There was a bit of a collision there.
He was on the back of the points.
I don't know which one.
Yeah.
Stu hit a little curve at a little moment, but saved it.
Indeed. This is the real fire and truck you want to be looking at. A 3-car scrap, 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th between 2 AlphaTauris and a Red Bull. And here we go. Fanning looks a bit vulnerable here, I have to say, as Gassian makes the move and Lorpy's trying to follow him around the outside. These two were teammates last season, Fanning and Lorpy, and Lorpy does get the move done. Now then, Gassian has a 3-second penalty, so it's in his own interests to either hold up Fanning for his teammate to run away, or for his teammate to hold him up. Either way, one of the AlphaTauris needs to try and hold him up for the other one to survive. It looks like Gav is tiptoeing on the back straight. Looks like he's got a problem with the car. That's unfortunate for Gav. Yeah, Gav's lost his front wing.
Ah, shame, Gav, shame. Again, a guy that's driving so fast, but
2 laps to go. The front 3 remains as it was. And the gap for Jackster to P3, because crucially with Fox River's 3-second penalty, is currently 3.7 seconds. So Jackster really needs to eat into that gap. He needs to get himself within 3 seconds of the car ahead to get that position.
And, I think it's safe to say that Sociopath will be taking that win.
It's not over till it's over.
Ziad is not gaining anything at the moment, he's losing. At the most, nearly 2 seconds down on him with Sauce.
Indeed, Sociopath in the Haas. He really has been quick today in both episodes of this race. He has been on the ball. As you said earlier, he has had a minor illness through COVID lately, and he seems to be back with a vengeance, back to full form.
Sociopath home race.
I thought it was Italian.
Yeah, but the car is American.
Yeah, it's not his home race. It's the team's home race.
Yeah, but it's the team's home race. He's driving the team.
Yeah, so it's his home race. Anyway, let's not argue. Gav's doing a little bit of a weave down the straight ahead of him. He's, I think Gav's just had enough for today.
I think so as well.
Yeah, Gav with no wing, just continuing around. I think he wants to get laps so that he can do one less lap. I think he's just had enough at this point. Let's stay on board with Sociopath for a moment. Actually, let's just drop back and see how that fight was doing between Gaston and Lorpy. Fanning's just dropping back. He's struggling for pace. Got absolutely no pace right now. The AlphaTauri duo, Lorpy's just sitting behind his teammate, doesn't need to fight him. Gaston doesn't look like he's going to threaten Jackster, who's not going to threaten the Fox River. The next fight down the order is Genie on the back of Stube for the final point. Much newer tyres. Well, 2 laps newer tyre. And then, yeah. Gav's just making sure he lets people through. Here we go, Gassian with Lorpy on the back of him. I don't think we're going to see the AlphaTauri fight between the two of them, but you never know. Oh no, we're going to see a side by side. We're going to see a move. I'll tell you what, Gassian and Lorpy nearly collided there. 2 teammates who have absolutely no reason to fight because one of them's got a penalty, and yet there was nearly contact.
Oh, maybe it's just for pride.
Yeah, these two need to be careful they don't cost each other a position or two.
More points.
Because Fanning is not a million miles away, and
well, Rumax same. Alex.
Anyway, Sociopath comes out with the final acceleration zone into the final sweeping S. He takes the win here in Miami, and rightfully so.
One more point.
Ziad takes P2, Fox takes P3, Jackster will take P4. The AlphaTauri duo still side by side across the line. Lorpy didn't need to do that, but he's took position regardless. P6 for Fanning, and that cost them position to Fanning because they fought so hard.
Good move from Gigi there.
Bad from Lorpy and Gassian there.
Point.
Yep, hold on. So Fanning getting the position on Gassian because the AlphaTauris fought each other. Wumax takes P8, Alex P9, and Gene, as you said, with that great fight on Stu for P10, who takes P11. Monster P12. 13th for Error Voice, 14th for Bit, 15th Dumbest Hornet, 16th Fire J Rooster, and last of the drivers, last but not least, is Night Shadow. DNFs today for Wazza, Connor Hardy, and Single Track. Unfortunately, oh, we've got a glitch from Rumax then being DNF in the session somehow. Oh dear. Oh dear. I'm not sure what's happened there.
Don't know either, but it's just a game.
Yeah, we saw this last week.
Now we have to wait for one man.
Indeed. If Gav could hurry up, please, because we have got tier 1 to set up.
Please. Oh, Lorpy's DNF as well. What's happening here? Gav, can you just stop? Don't.
Yeah, Gav needs to get on with this, please. Yeah, Gav, please can you hurry up? We need to get the next race running and we need to get this sorted out, please. Oh. So, your order is, as you can see on the left. Thank you everyone for tuning in. It's been a fantastic race. Let's just quickly get the fastest lap on the screen. Who got the fastest lap today? It was Sociopath with a 1:30.9. Good job from Sociopath. He takes maximum points of 26 today, and that's great for his title ambitions, of course. Yeah, this is a little bit annoying right now, but
for fuck's sake, sorry, I'm getting annoyed.
Yeah, this is actually really annoying.
I swear. Oh, I did something naughty now. Gonna get told off.
Yep, anyway, we move on swiftly, and of course, thank you everyone for joining tonight. It's been fantastic, despite the issues and the glitching earlier. And of course, you know, these glitches do happen. Here are the results, although Wumax is out of position due to a glitch we've just received on the timing screen somehow. But regardless...
And Lorpy.
Yeah, and Lorpy as well. Well, anyway.
Well,
thank you everyone for joining tonight, and have a good evening.
Bye.